swish and swipe. I'm swishing, I'm swiping, but you won't hear me griping, 'cause I'm blessing my house today. I really dig it, I get it, it only takes a minute to keep my house looking this way. And you should see me move when I'm getting in the groove with the can-do attitude. I fly so high when I'm swishing and swiping. No, you won't hear me griping, 'cause I'm blessing my house today. That's right. I've made it a habit, there's nothing hard about it, just 15 minutes a day. I'm cleaning and flinging, I do my quick routines, and I'll soon be able to play. And you should see me smile when I'm sprucing up this title. Only takes a little while and I'm done. And it's fun when I'm swishing and swiping. No, you won't hear me griping, 'cause I'm blessing my house today. Here we go now.
Okay, here we go. I have questions from you, and I'm going to give you the answers, and we're going to get stuff done today. And guess what I found when I was decluttering a drawer? I found an old Fly Lady t-shirt, and I put it on today because it fit. It finally fits. So I'm happy. I'm a happy camper. I can still wear my Fly Lady t-shirt. Anyway, let's get started. Are you ready? Please share our video. It is a wonderful thing to do, to tell others about our system that helps you. So get on in here. Let's get some questions done. And my eyeglasses need cleaning. Can't see the screen. Can't imagine what's going on. I've learned something this morning. Fly babies should not cook on high, dry clothes on high, or run their hair dryers on high heat. Because it burns you. You get burned. There's Miss Kaylee. I saw Kathy in here too. Okay, folks. You ready? First question. Any tips to become more organized, as my home is only 575 square feet? Okay, this is a tough one. It sounds like she lives in a tiny home. Tiny home. Not much bigger than a 20 by 20 would be 400 square feet. 25 by 25 would be 625 square feet. So she's somewhere, she has a really, it's kind of like a dorm room pretty much is what she's got here. She's got a small home. She's got a sleeping area, a kitchen, and a bathroom. That's pretty much what it boils down to. So we have to, the main thing here, if you have a lot of clutter, you can't function in that. So you've got to take each room, each area of your home, and there's lots of little areas. When you have a small home, areas like your dining room would double as your desk. Your living room doubles as your workout room, you know? So we have to, somebody's giving me stars. Yeah, those are sweet stars, Terry. Thank you. Now, when you have a small space, you can't have clutter in it. You only need to have exactly what it is you use. You can't have extra storage for anything. Now, in a small space, you utilize every inch of storage under your couch, your kitchen. Your kitchen stuff is down to everything stacks in everything else. And you keep it simple. You keep it simple. So you've got to go through the stuff in your kitchen and get it down to the bare essentials. One time I played this game with myself. If I got moved into a she shed or a mother-in-law shed at my son's house for some reason, what would I take with me? I would have a little kitchen. I would take my favorite pots and pans. I would take an iron skillet because I love my little iron skillet. That would be my favorite iron skillet. I would take a 2-quart saucepan. That would be enough to boil whatever I needed to boil. Yeah, I'm talking about pasta. Let's see. I would need another bigger skillet. So I would take two cast iron skillets and something to cook pasta in. That would be it. I would take a mixing bowl, and I'd probably take a 2-quart mixing bowl that Kathy gave me that has a lid on it. It's a little Tupperware thing. It's a 2-quart mixing bowl. That would be all I would need because I could also store things in it in my refrigerator. I keep it simple. I would have 1 spatula, 1 big spoon for stirring, a bamboo spoon. That's pretty much it. That's it. And I'd probably take my cooking fork and a cooking spoon that Robert and I have loved for a long time. That would be 5 utensils for my drawer. I'd probably need a can opener. And somebody gave a great testimonial this week on purple rags. Or purple rags. And she said she uses her purple rag wet to open jars because it's grabby. You know, if it'll grab a jar and open it, it'll grab dirt. So I thought that was, somebody said they would use their take their Instapot. Yeah, that would be a good thing. Somebody said we should sell these t-shirts. I will talk to Justin about it. Getting a new t-shirt. Wouldn't that be fun? But when you have a small space, you're going to only have 1 set of sheets. You don't have much room for anything else. You're going to have 1 blanket that will work for winter and summer, and maybe having 1 extra blanket in case it gets really cold or somebody needs to sleep on the couch. Let's see, what else? You might need 1 extra twin sheet. Keep it simple. That can be stored underneath the cushions on your couch. My couch can double as another place to sleep. I have removable cushions. Let me think, what else? Storage space. You're not going to have a whole lot of room for Rubbermaid tubs. You're just not going to have that kind of room in something that's 575 square feet. So you've got to utilize things that, and I don't recommend this, but people do it all the time, is to the rolling things that go under a bed, the sweater I used to have 3 of them under the bed that was right where I'm sitting right now, and I had different things in it. I downsized a lot of the stuff that was in there's sweater drawers that have rollers, that have wheels on them, and they slide right out. But you might not have a whole lot of room to do that even. So having something that slides under your bed would utilize more storage, but you might need storage space for pantry items. So utilizing the space under your bed for essentials like food, that's a good thing instead of clutter. Food instead of clutter. But you've got to get rid of the clutter. You've got to get rid of the clutter. Holding on to stuff in a space that's small, you're just going to feel claustrophobic. But if it's airy and you have things stashed away in in good storage spaces, that's essential. But get rid of the clutter and eliminate all the things you don't use or don't need. You're just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts. Clutter does make you nutty, Leanne says. And when you have less things, it's much easier to move. It is so much easier to move if you have fewer items. And contain them. Just contain them. Find a place. Everything has a place. Everything in its place. Are you ready? Next question. Oh, and let me leave you with this one little thing. You can't organize clutter. You have to get rid of it. Clutter is something you don't use often. Clutter is something that takes up your storage space. Clutter is, and those of us who are artsy and we have the things we like to do art-wise with our pens and papers, confine it to one suitcase. One small suitcase. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. You can store a suitcase underneath your bed. Think about it. If it will only go into this size, then find a suitcase, and then if you need to use it for travel, you've got a suitcase. You don't need 2 suitcases. Okay, next question. If you have limited time, what should your cleaning priorities be? We all have limited time. We all have the same hours in a day. We have 24 hours. And how you choose to use those 24 hours. And Leanne has this, she used it during our workshop, and we're planning on another workshop, y'all. We are planning on another workshop. Leanne and I have been on the phone all morning planning this new workshop. And by the end of the day, maybe we'll have it ready for you. But it's going to be, just stand by. We're going to give you the name of it, and you're going to want to be there. I know you are. But we all have the same hours of the day, and we have to figure out where we're spending that time. How much, I'm trying to pick up my phone and it's not here. How much time do you spend on your phone looking at screens? How much time do you do that? So we've got to figure out where our time is going. Know exactly what you're doing with it. And I do that with a sheet of notebook paper that you would get, your school notebook paper. It has 25 lines on it. 25 lines and a margin. And so divide the page into 7 days. Just right across, just take a ruler, and they don't even have to be straight lines. And then it's already got 25 lines on the page. And that's more if you have college rule notebook paper. But color code it. Take your colored pencils and say sleep is blue, and let's see, work is going to be green, and eating time is going to be purple, and just break the whole day down into what you're doing. Starting at midnight, so you're sleeping through till 8 o'clock in the morning. Make that blue. It's just sleep time. Get your 8 hours in. And just mark it, and you'll see where all your time is going. Now, what should your cleaning priorities be? You need to go shine your sink. And you need to practice keeping your sink clean and shiny. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's where we start. That's where each one of us starts. And that alone is going to propel you into a new level. When you keep that sink clean and shiny, that kitchen has become your priority. Having a clean kitchen sets you up for a productive day. A messy kitchen, you just want to stay in the living room watching Netflix. You can do this. So the priorities are, and we talked about this during the pandemic, the priorities are, number 1, keep your sink clean and shiny. Number 2, get dressed to lace up shoes. No sandals. When you're first getting started, it needs to be lace up shoes that you can't kick off. You got it? Number 3, make your bed. What has that got to do with anything? Well, you walk in your bedroom and your bed's made and you're blown away about how good it looks. You understand that? You can do it. 3. Number 4, do a load of laundry. A load of laundry each day keeps Mount Washmore away. Really, it does. It keeps you on top of everything. I got a load of laundry ready to go right now. Robert was taking a shower, so I couldn't put it in, but I will put it in and when I get off of here. 1 load of laundry a day keeps everything flowing smoothly. And if you have a big family, you might need to do 2 loads a day. But keep up with it. Keep up with your laundry. Empty your dishwasher as part of keeping your shiny sink. You've got to have a place to put your dirty dishes. And number 5 is what's for dinner. Knowing what's for dinner and having the food in the house frees you up to cook. It really does. Those 5 things change your world. They really will change your world. Thank you all for the stars. We're going to have those red chairs before you know it. Okay. So, let's go over them again. Keep your sink clean and shiny. And that means you got to empty your dishwasher. Number 2, get dressed to lace up shoes. No whining. Number 3, make your bed. Number 4, do a load of laundry. And number 5, from start to finish, laundry has 5 parts. Sort, wash, dry, fold, and put away. You got to do it. And number 5 is what's for dinner. And the overall thing is pick up after yourself. Put things away when you get something out. Don't leave it sitting out. Just get it done. No whining. Don't sit there and look at it thinking, well, it's going to go to the bathroom by itself. Play a game with yourself. Play a reverse scavenger hunt. Do all kinds of things. But know how much time you are spending on your computer, on your phone, on your screens. That means TV, phone, computer, iPad, Kindle. Now, I have adapted listening to books, audible books. I listen to them all day long. I educate myself as well as get things done. I don't have to sit and read. All I have to do is listen. Now, if I need to write, when I'm writing, I don't listen to anything. I have a sleep music that Robert made for me that is absolutely wonderful. And it really is contemplative, classical music with no words going. It's just all instruments and no speaking until the last little bit. And when the last little bit comes up, that's when I know that's the end of my time. I've done 45 minutes of writing. Next question. My husband works 3rd shift. So I am getting up for the day. So as I'm getting up for the day, he's going to sleep. My bed never gets made because of this. Any suggestions? Well, God bless you. Let me make some suggestions so that it doesn't mess with your routines at home. Get a fan. just a small little box fan that makes a little noise, or I have an app on my iPad that is fan noise. It's a white noise app, and it does a real good job. When we're having a storm or something that's going to upset the dog, I'll run the app, and the noise keeps Tulip from hearing what's going on outside. But this is a good thing for a bedroom too. We have a little box fan in the basement that when we were doing a remodel in this house, I kept it in the bedroom so that I could shut the door, and they'd be hammering and nailing like crazy in the other part of the house because we didn't remodel our bedroom at the time. And bam, before I knew it, I was taking a nap. I could take a nap with them working in the house. I can't believe, well, I wouldn't have done it if my son hadn't been here, but that's been 20 years ago. And that fan really saved me. It really did save me. So having a fan that drowns out the noise in the house, and also this will help you to be able to do your weekly home blessing, to have a carpet sweeper, because it doesn't make any noise. Liz uses it when the baby's taking a nap. So here's the thing about making the bed. And I want you to practice this. And it's not going to be easy, but I want you to get up before he gets home. Before he gets home and he gets ready to go to bed. And I want you to make the bed up for your husband. You got it? I want you to make the bed for your husband and turn it back for him. And make it special so that he can get into a nice clean bed. A nice made bed. You know, that's just a wonderful thing to do. And then when he gets out of bed, before you go to bed, you know, he's going to get up and go to work. There's going to be he's not sleeping the whole day. He's not sleeping the whole day. The minute he gets up to start getting ready for work, you go in there and make the bed again. You're going to be making the bed twice. But then you're doing it for you the second time. So that when you go to bed, you're greeted with a nice made bed. Don't expect him to make it for you. You make it for you. You do it for you. And you're going to love it. You're going to love it. No excuses. No whining. He didn't make it for me. But yeah, you do it for you. Somebody says, put a mint on his pillow. How sweet is that? But yeah, you're not going to be in bed. You just have to make time to do it. So the minute he gets up and starts to get a shower to get ready to go to work, you go in there and make the bed while he's in the shower. He'll be so shocked when he gets out of the shower. He'll think, wow, who has invaded our house? There's pod people here. That's what Robert says when I do something kind of weird. Are the homeschooling emails free? If so, should I get signed up for the regular Fly Lady? Well, you're going to get the regular Fly Lady emails. When you sign up for the homeschooling emails, I'm going to send you the regular emails anyway, but it takes you off that main list so you don't get double. You got it? So you don't get double. So get signed up. Somebody post a link for how to sign up for the homeschooling email. They're free. Can you show us what is in your control journal? Well, yeah, I have one right here. This is my control journal. Guess what? I rarely use a control journal anymore. I rarely use it because it's in me. I know exactly what's going on. So I have, this is for my work. So this is a work morning routine, a regular morning routine. And this is just a 4x6 album for pictures. There's an afternoon office routine, and there's an afternoon me routine. Yeah, it's like eat lunch, reboot the laundry, dust mop the floor. I've got Roomba for that now. Do a hotspot fire drill, feather dust. Just doesn't take any time. Evening routine. I read testimonials for my office. This is what it all looks like here. I have a basic weekly, the before bed routine is the most important routine of your day. A weekly home blessing, that's what we do on Mondays. Sometimes we do it on Fridays. I have a routine for testimonials. And then I have, when your week is kind of weird, you may need to do a routine for each day. A little basic routine, a little checklist for you to go through. So folks, it's really simple. You just have to get it. And we have a control journal on our website. And we have an office control journal on the website that's free. The one that you buy from us is not free. But I'm pretty much guarantee that if we do this workshop we're planning on for July, mark this date. Save the date, y'all. July the 25th. It's my mama's birthday. July the 25th. That's when we're going to do the workshop. So get it on your calendar. Get it on your calendar. Can you... okay, I already did that. Nothing printed on the back, y'all. I'm so happy. Do you recommend a homeschool curriculum in particular? I don't know anything about homeschooling. I just know what unit studies are. And unit studies are kind of like our Camp Gonna Wanna Fly. You have a theme to the week. Or you have a theme to the semester. And you go all the way through this and you touch on everything from reading to mathematics, all of it. History, all of it revolves around this theme. Let's just say it's colonial America, or it's American history. It's just you take a little section of it and you really dive deep into it, which is wonderful, absolutely wonderful to do that. So when you do unit studies like this, and I know this because my daughter-in-law did it and Tammy did it, you can have so much fun learning together. It's just great. It's just great. So being able, instead of jumping from one thing to the next, you keep a theme for the day. And that's what we do with Camp Gonna Wanna Fly. And that's a control journal you can download for free and kind of come up with your own unit study. And there's tons of YouTube videos to be able to come up with things to do. There is. And look on Pinterest. There's lots of information there. So, and get on some homeschooling message boards. And our homeschooling Facebook page. They're going to give you some guidance. They're going to help you. And there's a lot of us that are been forced into homeschooling with the pandemic. Our kids are home. And yeah, they may be doing Zoom classes with their teacher, but you still got to do some directing. And YouTube is a huge asset for you. Because you do a search on what they're doing, you can find a video. Our Khan Academy, K-A-H-N, has some great videos on every topic you can think of. Every topic. So utilize somebody else to help you teach. If you don't know how to do it, if you don't remember it from school, because a lot of people just memorize stuff and it goes away. But if you actually learned how to do it, like when Leanne was homeschooling, I taught Caroline how to do algebra over the phone, and I was in the bathtub. Now imagine that, me teaching somebody how to do algebra over the phone. You know why I was able to do that? Because I learned it. I didn't just go through the motions of getting the right answer. I incorporated how it worked, how it actually worked into my life. I can never forget it. Ever. Next question. We have so much clutter, I can't even clean my house. That's right. You can't clean your house if you have clutter. It's Khan Academy. Kahn. Khan Academy was born because this young engineer was trying to teach his niece how to do algebra or something. And so he did a whiteboard for her and made a video and sent it to her. Instructional video. And now teachers are implementing these instructional videos for kids to watch at home, and then when they do get to go to school, they do their homework. However it's spelled, you can find it. I don't spell well, but that's okay. So we have so much clutter, I can't even clean my house. I have to move to one place to another. Oh, you're playing the clutter merry-go-round. You're playing clutter musical chairs. You got to stop this. Take one area of your home, one small area. Say it's the dining room. A lot of people are working in their dining rooms right now. So they have to be able to have dinner in their dining rooms too. They can't leave their work out on the table. Now I want you to think about, the whole theme of this show is tiny houses, small houses. Think about Ma and Pa Ingalls. Somebody put a link in for Khan Academy for everybody. Then they won't have to know how to spell, because I spelled it wrong. They had a tiny cabin, little house on the prairie, little house in the big woods. I've read them all. I've watched all the videos. I've watched all the shows. I love the show. I've seen the house that Laura Ingalls Wilder lived in South Dakota. So folks, if we think of ourselves living in a house and we only have so much room, so Ma would have her sewing in a basket that would sit beside the hearth, and she would sit in her little rocking chair because she got more light from the hearth, and that's where she would do her mending. That's where she would sew. Now, her kitchen table also served as a place for her kids to do their lessons. This was before they had a school. She would teach the kids from the little one who was in a high chair, and Tammy did this. Her baby Ben was in a high chair, and the other 5 kids, she has 6 children, were right around the dining room table. And everybody was involved. Everybody was involved. But when they were through with their lessons, they put their stuff away. They had slates, and they had books, they had the primer, and they had to put their stuff away. Now, this is what we're going to recommend. This is what Leanne did. You can clean out one of those Rubbermaid tubs you got all that clutter stashed in. You don't even know what's in them anymore. And come up with a little basket or a bin that's for each child for their schoolwork. And then you just stack them up in the corner with their name on them. And wow, they can decorate their basket the way they want to, or their bin. They can do lots of things. They can put stickers on it. It's their bin, and it's going to have their lessons in it. And it doesn't need to be too big. It really doesn't. Because most of the time they're using a tablet. So, think of their tubs as their lockers. But you got to get rid of the clutter. The clutter is taking over your life. So let it go. This room that I'm sitting in right now used to be piled to the ceiling. I couldn't even walk in this room because of all the clutter and all my stash and dashes. You got it? Couldn't even walk in it. So what I decided one day, I would do a 5-minute room rescue. And I would take a box. I would reach through the door and grab something. And I did it 3 times a day. I would grab something, go to my dining room table. I had a giveaway, throwaway, and put away box. And as I would go through all of the stuff that I grabbed out of the room, I would put it in the giveaway, throwaway, put away box. And the minute I was finished, I was ready. I mean, I had one rule. One rule was I could not put it back in this room. I had to find a place for it in the house if I was going to keep it. The rest of it either went in the trash or it went out to the car. I took the box that I took out of this room and took it directly to the car to donate. And most of the stuff was donatable items, and a small amount was trash. Don't give trash to charities. It costs them money. So do that 3 times a day. Start with one area. One area. Your closets are full of crap you don't use. So clean out a closet. And only put back the things you use and you love. It's the only way you're going to make your house usable. Right now, your house is a storage unit of junk. And it's probably somebody else's junk. Something that's been given to you. You've got to get it out of the house. Take it to your car and donate. Take it to your car and donate. Make sure you're going for donation once a day and dropping it off. Okay. Well, she says, how can I make it easier to declutter? You got to make a game out of it. You got to do it 3 times a day. And you got to stay focused on, if you bring something new in, you got to get rid of 2 things. And you do it every time you bring something new home or you get something new in the mail. You can do this. And to make it easier, just focus, put the blinders on and focus on one small area, whether it's a hall closet, a linen closet, one cabinet, one shelf in your closet, one area, one small area at a time. Okay. What do we do with things that don't really have a home? My kitchen table is piled with my current activities, books, mail, laptop, things I use almost every day, but I know it looks cluttered. We just push it aside to eat. Any tips? Well, that's just shame. That's a shame. You need a bin too to put your stuff in. Yeah. You need your own little storage bin to put your things in. Make your own locker. It's that simple. When it comes time for dinner time, put the computer away. Put everything in your bin. You've got stuff on the left side of your computer. You've got stuff on the right side of your computer. Put it on the left side and the right side of your bin. And then all you got to do is lift it out. Or put it in your briefcase so that you can work. You can work from anywhere if you have a briefcase. Put your computer in the briefcase. If you've had it plugged in all day, it's charged. So don't let your house be one project all over the place. That you can see where you've been all day by the path you've left. Don't do that. Have your own self having a bin. Have a locker. In fact, this has got me to thinking, I have a locker right by my chair. but it's got a basket in it that has a lot of things that I probably need to declutter. And I think I'll do that in just a little while. I will declutter that basket, and then I could clear off my table quite easily. So get yourself a bin to put your stuff in. Put your, like Ma Engel had a sewing basket. You have your work basket. And when it comes time to quit work, you quit work. You clean off the table. It's like getting ready for the next day. You clean off the table so that you can have dinner with your family instead of just pushing things aside. That's wrong. What are you teaching your children? To live in clutter? Don't do that to them. Clean off the table. Set the table. Put a pretty tablecloth on it. You're asking for accidents is what you're asking for. Something to be spilled on the papers you're working on. You can also use Marketplace to sell free stuff too. But you got to be careful and don't, you just have to be careful with people coming to your house. You got to stay safe. Or you can put a free sign on it and put it out by the road. Stop piling, y'all. Stop piling. You don't have to pile anymore. When you start to make a pile, you're just making a mess. So let's put things in our bins. You can all go into your basement or your garage, and you can find a storage bin that needs to be emptied and declutter what's in it. You can do that. You can do it. And come up with a bin for your own stuff. We all need a locker. We all need a holding place. I don't even think you need to file. No, I don't even think you need to file. You just need to put your stuff you're working on away. There comes a time to get rid of things. And if you're trying to sell things on eBay or Poshmark or all that stuff, you're not going to be good at it until you get rid of your clutter. Do you hear me? You're not going to be good at it until you get rid of your clutter, because you're not going to have a place to utilize when you sell something, to get it shipped, because we're lazy people sometimes. When it's too hard, it's too hard, and we won't get it done, and then you'll get a bad mark or bad comment because you didn't ship it out in a timely fashion. Don't do this to yourself until your house is in order. Do you hear me? Don't do this. Can you discuss what items we need in our purse? My purse is heavy and I can't find most things. Okay. Your purse, my sister calls me a bag lady. My purse used to contain, well, I have a little purse right here. This is about the size of my purse. This is my concealed carry purse. When I'm going to take my gun with me, it's in this purse. But it has 3 compartments. And it's black on the inside. So I always put a little bag that's a bright color. A little hot pink bag in each side so that I can pull out the bag instead of digging through the purse. I can pull out the bag instead of digging. So I have little bags that I hold things in, like my chapstick, my nail clippers. There are things that you need your wallet, a little first aid kit. That's pretty good. You need your wallet. You need, right now I'm taking a Ziploc bag with my hand sanitizer and alcohol wipes in them, my little pink rags. These are on sale for $10. And I put 3 of them in a bag so that I can wipe down a table, wipe my hands, wipe my car, just have it in my purse at all times, ready to sanitize something that I don't feel has been sanitized properly. The places we go have been sanitized because I've watched them do it. So I also have a bag of essential things that I need in my car, that when I'm going on a trip, that goes in between me and the passenger seat on the floor. It is a leather tote bag that has extra cords for charging my phone. My phone has an extra battery case on it, so I never run out of charge on my phone. But if your phone needs to be charged regularly, you may need to have a phone cord just in your car for doing that. And just keep it in the car all the time. That way you don't have to carry it in your purse. It's in your car. Now, if you do travel, you may need to carry it in your purse. But you keep it simple. One small little thing to charge with. So, invest in go to the dollar store and get some little makeup bags. And you'll be happy you did. Because you can put everything you need in those bags. How often do you do intermittent fasting? I pretty much do it every day. It's the way my body works. I don't get hungry until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I'll have a little bite of a sausage or a piece of chicken or something like that. That's it. That's it. And then I have dinner. And my dinner consists of green leafy vegetable of some kind, a small portion of meat, and some kind of hot liquid, a bone broth. And that's kind of what the Hot Melt Sprint does. I love intermittent fasting. It keeps your blood sugar down. I mean, I'm going usually 18 to 22 hours without any food. It keeps my blood sugar down all day, and I'm happy. I am happy. Happy, happy, happy. Well, y'all, we've done it. We've gotten through all our questions. If you have questions, be sure and send them. Post them. Liz, start a thread for next week's show. Get your questions in. Send them to flylady@flylady.net with my question, or just question in the subject line. I mean, I have talking about purses again. Right now, I'm only carrying a wallet that has a wrist. It's a wristlet, but it has everything I need in there. I have chapstick in there. I have hand sanitizer in there. I have some alcohol wipes in there. I even have a face mask in there. Yeah. Well, I have one that is a collar that you wear like a scarf, and I pull it up over my nose. So, what do you know about intermittent fasting and diabetes? Well, I'm pre-diabetic. So, keeping my blood sugar down all day until dinner time, and then I'm still not eating sugar, it changes your A1C over a 3-month period. You'll be so surprised at what your doctor says. What are you doing? They love intermittent fasting, but you need to talk to your doctor about it. When do you drink the hot melt mix? Probably, let's see. I think around 2 o'clock in the afternoon is when I get needing some little something. And Jason Fung is amazing. Bagolini has some great wallets too. That's what I use all the time, is a Bagolini wallet. I wish it was a color. It's gray. I don't like the gray. I'd rather have red or something, but they didn't have a red color. They have an orangey red, and I don't like orangey red. I like dark red, like the flag. Yep. And no cheating. No cheating. Leanne does her hot melt mix at 1 p.m. So Leanne's show's coming up at 1. Tomorrow is her question day. So you send her your questions for Leanne's show at support@savingdinner.com. Is that right, Leanne? Make sure it's right. Yeah, we love Jason Fung. So folks, y'all stay focused on being good to yourself. Do a good deed. I think we'll end the show out with, of course, our favorite as always. Because all you got's today. All you have is today. So let me find Eric Dodge and Why Not Today. Where is it? Okay, there it is. See? Get your lights out. Let your light shine. Thanks for all the stars.
Waiting for just the right
Please share.
to start living the life of my dreams. I was hoping some magical moment.
Don't forget our sales. Clean 25 is the discount code.
But it hit me today. There's no better time to begin. This day I've been given is my day
Thanks,
to
Terry.
start living. So I'm jumping in. Why not today while the sun is shining? Today while I know I can. The past is behind me. Tomorrow can't find me till I live today. So why not today while my heart is ready? Today while it's in my grasp. If I start out slowly, I'm confident knowing I'm still on my way. So why not today? I've been searching in all the wrong places for the courage to follow my dreams, but I finally discovered the power lies inside of me. I could spend my life waiting for something to show me the way, but I would be missing the wonderful blessing of embracing today. Why not today while the sun is shining? Today while I know I can. The past is behind me. Tomorrow can't find me till I live today. So why not today while my heart is ready? Today while it's in my grasp. If I start out slowly, I'm confident knowing I'm still on my way. So why not today? I'm ready, I'm willing, I'm able, I'm learning to fly. But how will I know how high I
Hidden
can
treasures.
soar if I never try? Why not today while the sun is shining? Today while I know I can. The past is behind me. Tomorrow can't find me till I live today. Why not today while my heart is ready? Today while it's in my grasp. If I start out slowly, I'm confident knowing I'm still on my way.
See y'all at 3 o'clock. Bye.